In episode 8 of season 3 of And Just Like That, Aidan, John Corbett, returns. However, Aidan comes to New York because his son prefers to be with Kathy rather than him. With ease, the show transitioned from one story to the next. In that sense, it was the most organic episode of the season. Each character had a backstory, and most of the exchanges were enjoyable. And Just Like That season 3 may finally be out of its rut now that the storylines appear to be improving, although some of them are more fabricated than others. Let's discuss Miranda's, Cynthia Nixon, alcoholism. Although we've seen her in bars all season and her pals continue to drink around her, I thought it was intriguing, and a little bit of a cop-out, that she would suddenly have trouble avoiding Joy's, Dolly Wells, gin. Why is it now suddenly a problem? Could it be the proximity? The way it was handled at first seemed to be an attempt by the authors to give Miranda something to deal with that wasn't her relationship with Che, so I applaud And Just Like That's attempt to address it. However, it seems to have been forgotten until now. Dealing with it again seems a little forced because the episode didn't dwell on it at all. A build-up is essential for plots like this, and Miranda's alcoholism ought to have been mentioned at least once before episode 8 got into it. And since it's Miranda, I did find it funny how she handled the gin. It was a brilliant idea chucking it down the trash chute. In addition, this development implies that Miranda will need to bring up more important subjects with Joy. She has been reluctant to do so, particularly after telling Carrie that their relationship has been easy thus far. That was the main thing that stayed with me. The carefree phase of Miranda and Joy's relationship wasn't going to last forever. Things had to become a little more serious, and I'm interested to see how that plays out. I sincerely hope that Miranda's alcoholism, and I appreciate that she was considering it for herself, is not disregarded. I'm interested to see how things work out and where Joy takes us. Without Miranda's willingness to discuss the more challenging aspects of life, their relationship cannot develop to its full potential. Even though Jonathan Cake's character Duncan wasn't in this episode, his presence was nevertheless felt. Aidan's interest is being sparked once he's been here for more than a few days and finds out that Carrie, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Duncan spend hours reviewing each other's work, though I'm sure it's not the only topic they discuss. Even if he doesn't really witness Carrie and Duncan interacting, he still wonders and poses concerns that Carrie's friends are reluctant to discuss, which heightens his suspicions, and probably worries. After 8 episodes, Carrie and Aidan's relationship is still going strong, so I'm curious as to when And Just Like That will end it. Although I still think it will happen, I am convinced that Aidan will make the decision after episode 8. After all, he's still working on their relationship and dealing with his son. That won't stop before the 5-year mark. It's been brought up so much that we can't forget it. Perhaps ending things will feel like giving Carrie the freedom to genuinely look for other people. Otherwise, the entire 5-year timetable would not have been mentioned. Adam, Logan Marshall Green, and Seema, Sarita Chowdhury, are getting along well in other parts of the show. For them, I adore that. Their opposites attract dynamic works, despite their odd pairing. Seema is not quite as laid-back as Adam. They counterbalance one another. It's been pleasant to watch them together, but I'm not sure how long this connection will endure. The plot involving Lisa, Nicole Ari Parker, and Marion, Mekad Brooks, is intriguing. Because it implies that men and women cannot collaborate without some sexual tension, it kind of came out of nowhere at first and bothered me. More than anything else, however, Season 3 Episode 8 demonstrated Lisa's lack of interest in her own relationship. Although she and Herbert, Christopher Jackson, have become a power couple and all that, they may be losing their connection in other ways since they have been so preoccupied with their jobs. Lisa had previously feared that they would become estranged from one another if they slept in different beds.